Sagittarius, this is your oracle reading for November 2021. Sagittarius, November of 2021. Midnight, the most magical hour of all. Divination of the Ancients message for Sagittarius, November of 2021. Shagai, fragmented. Divine Circus message for Sagittarius, November of 2021. What does that say? Rare, raw, real? Sacred Rebels message for Sagittarius, November of 2021. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Shamanic medicine message for Sagittarius, November of 2021. Dreamweaver accessibility. Mystical shaman message for Sagittarius, November of 2021. The Heart of Sky. Midnight, the most magical hour of all. The dark, it envelops me. The witching hour awaits. True magic and enchantment and spells that change fates. The middle of the night, midnight, is the hour in which it is believed that ghosts, witches, ghouls, and magic are most likely to be active. Transition times such as noon, the time between tides, or even dark moon, are traditionally powerful times for magical transformation. In some Christian traditions, the witching hour is seen as 3 a.m. because it is the opposite of the time that Jesus is said to have died at 3 p.m. But there is some consensus that midnight is the time of the greatest magic, particularly around Halloween. As soon as the clock strikes midnight on Halloween, it is said that the spirits flow forward through the veil and, if benevolent, bring positive messages. If not so benevolent, they are mischievous and play tricks at best, or at worst cause havoc. Allow yourself to relax into the benevolent darkness of midnight. You may feel this is your darkest hour, but know that the light will return again. The dawn always follows the darkest night. Know, too, that it is important to recognize that we all have darkness within us, just as we have light, and this isn't something to hide from. Shagai, fragmented. The worst is behind you, and you can begin to breathe deeply, knowing you will never have to go through the same difficulties again. A place of such uncertainty that has left you feeling that all you cared for was torn from you, lost forever. It hasn't been easy at all to gather what little strength you had left, but sometimes we must undergo a journey of turmoil to find the haven of peace on the other side. So now know that you are safe to release your sorrow and allow your tears to cleanse away your hurt, as though gathering back your scattered Shagai bones. Your heart will knit together and you will soon feel whole again. I won't turn back, I'll carry on. Hard words and sorrow made me strong. For now I rise, I'm standing tall. Emotions healed, I conquer all. The situation is healed, time to pick up the pieces and move on. Quit playing the victim, don't be ruled by your emotions. Focus on a positive outcome. Give yourself time and permission to heal and grieve. Happiness awaits. Still common in Mongolia and throughout Central Asia where it originated, Shanghai refers to a collection of small knuckle bones of sheep, goats, and in some cases wolves which are thrown on the ground. The pattern they form is then divined by a bone thrower who is gifted in their interpretation. By seeing how the bones fall, the diviner will settle arguments within the tribe, listen to the ancestral spirits for guidance and health issues, and discover answers to questions asked. Rare, raw, real. There's a unique beauty in you that wants to shine through. It is different. It might not be pretty, neat, or tidy, and you might even feel vulnerable about sharing this real, unveiled you with the world. Do it anyway because the world wants to love you. The rare, raw, and real you. It's time to peel back the layers and unearth the real you. Naked, vulnerable, real, beautiful. With every layer of hiding and protection removed, you'll encounter whatever it was that caused that layer of self-protection to be built up in the first place. Maybe a sense of shame, fear, hate, anger, or doubt. These feelings might seem so confronting that you'll wonder if they are a sign to back off. If you can affirm your love for yourself and a willingness to be patient whilst you become ready to be known and seen and loved for who you are underneath those layers of pain, then you'll find it easier to let them fall away. As this happens, there will be a revelation of a raw, rare, and real you that didn't even know was there. So pure, so powerful, so precious. The inner light of you will shine through, like a lantern suddenly illuminated, with the radiance of you lighting up the dark. Revealing the true you isn't about exhibitionism or putting yourself on display. Someone could walk naked on a beach, completely comfortable with their physical appearance, and yet not be in touch with the true beauty of their soul. Their radiance dulled, and their authenticity a mystery even to them. The oracle of rare, raw, and real comes to you if you are one of those special ones capable of dropping the defense posture of perfection, of holding genuine compassion and goodwill towards others, and others will with a willingness to be shown who you are, rather than reacting with fear to be being judged. You choose to treat this revealed self as a precious divine creature to be loved and nurtured into full aliveness. In being brave enough to do this, you help empower others to be their true selves as well, to be less afraid of what makes them different, to embrace their uniqueness and feel the divine dignity that is rightfully ours when we choose to simply be who we are. So the first part of the reading of the base or foundation is all about the supportive energies, guides, messages from your ancestors or whatever you feel that this is helping. This is the foundation. This is helping you, supporting you in November. So the magical hour of all is about divine timing and potentially getting good or bad news, right? But with Shanghai for augmented, I see that the past, this too shall pass, has passed. Nothing lasts forever, and now we're moving on to a more authentic you. So you can be truly who you really are instead of having to feel like you can't be real you because of whatever reason. Okay? So this is divinely timed for you to be who you really are in November. And that's the supportive message to be, hey, authentic you, bury the past, don't worry about it. Divine timing has passed for you to deal with what happened, whatever may have happened, and now let's just move forward with the authentic, true self. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Dear sacred rebel, this moment in your life requires great courage. Fortunately, you possess that in bucket loads. You're being asked to allow yourself to be lifted out of one level of known reality and into the next level of higher voltage reality. Higher voltage reality requires a more absolute trust and a heart that is surrendered into the greater heart of the universe so that life can happen to us, through us and with us, more quickly, more radically, more beautifully, and more boldly. You are now being invited into this reality, this new reality, where things happen quickly and according to bold, loving optimism. This is a reality not only of potential, but of manifestation of the great, big, cosmic yes. To access this reality, you have to leap from known waters, and others may think you are crazy for doing so, You have to leave behind the dark, weighty grip of hesitation, procrastination, second guessing, and the belief you have to do everything on your own. You may fear for your life. How will you be safe in the wild, electrical pulse of so much aliveness? How will you function without the hazy sleep inducing paralysis of playing it safe, taking too long and placing lesser priorities above your sacred art of life? How will you hold yourself back if you don't hold on to fear? You do not need to worry about such things. Life is wild, but it is also wise. It is a force of startling raw awakening at times, but it is also the natural process of evolution where all things mature according to a seasonal cycle in right timing. You are a part of, not apart from, that process. The invitation to shift gears and jump on board the express train of life will feel exhilarating and perhaps are also challenging. When you are in the hold of the darkness, you will feel pushed to turn away, to imagine it is all too much, and to create excuses about how your desires aren't grounded enough, that you are being too flighty and flaky, or that you are not living in the real world. That is fear talking, not truth. If the sacred rebel is not awakened, we will continue to live in a culture drenched in fear and distrust of nature. Those without awakened hearts don't yet understand what nature knows. She knows timing, she knows life and death, she knows the creative process, she just knows, and can be trusted to support us, her own creations, in becoming all that we can become. Does this mean that we become passive and just flow along, like a limp leaf detached from the tree and blown about randomly by the breeze? No. Being free of the dark hold empowers us to take up our cause. This means being free to act and affirm the intuitive feelings we have by following up on them. This is painting like someone who has lost their mind, completely free and from the heart. It means writing even though you have no conscious idea of what you are writing, even as the words are streaming forth upon the page before your rather curious eyes. And it means speaking about your work, never hiding it away. Allowed to breathe the fresh air and be held in the gaze of another. Detached from the darkness that would say it is not enough or must be the best thing ever. Whatever that means in order to be worthy of a place in the world. Instead, just let it be what it is. It might fly, it might endure, and it might not. All of nature, including you, and your passions and dreams will be what is needed, when it is needed, and how it is needed. According to wisdom, we just have to trust in this, within ourselves, and within nature herself through the flow of life, and participate. You are asked to go within and imagine diving deep off the edge of what you have known. There's so much more calling to you now. It's your time. Leap. Dreamweaver, accessibility. Dreams can come true. It's time to pay attention to them. What are your dreams telling you? Do you dream of past events, past lives, or things that have happened a long time ago? Are your dreams futuristic, setting you in a different age, surrounded by people you are yet to meet, or who are much older? The dreaming mind is an expansive creative canvas for the consciousness of the universe. In dreams, the past, present, and future are one. Time is limitless. Once you have comprehended this, you awaken the ability to journey into the dream time and interpret the messages you find there. Dreamweaver will help you access the wisdom of those who have gone before you, including your own soul's previous experiences. Ancient knowledge is now needed, be it for the dilemma of what to do next, how to make the best use of your intuition, or to help you manifest better relationships and a better outcome for what may seem an impossibly difficult personal situation. You will remember why you are here on this earthly plane right now. Having the ability to interpret, comprehend, and diagnose a person's dreams goes a long way to the healing of the whole person. The dreaming of the original people of Australia is timeless. It exists in the present just as it has in the past. It allows creation and knowledge to pass from spirit to reality, just as the ancestor beings emerge from the earth. Go to bed with a clear conscience. Trust the visions you receive in dreams. Keep a dream journal. The dream holds an important message from a deceased loved one. Explore lucid dreaming. Your dreams are manifesting into reality. Get some sleep. Wisdom access buried deep. I whisper secrets whilst you sleep. Truths revealed, journeys to take. Drift and dream, your dreams awake. All right, so the second part here is what you can do, focus on, put your intentions to, do the work on. If you can see the eye here, the third eye symbol with the owl, the wisdom, the knowledge, the future you or Father Time, right? Okay, relax and hold the darkness. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. See here, she's harmoniously connecting to nature on top of a tree stump, letting the energies flow from the tree trunk into her and up through her higher self consciousness, Kundalini awakening. All right. So over here you got a pyramid. Okay. In this pyramid we have Dreamweaver accessibility being supported by the Shanghai bones, letting the whatever pass. You've dealt with the embarrassment. You've dealt with the sorrow, the regrets, or whatever it may have happened. Now you can be the rare, raw, real you with the rest and realization of who you are from your dreams, your desires. Okay? Look, relax, hold the darkness, and be at cause. Midnight is about the darkness, right? The most magical hour of all. In the past, time. Remember the messages from these cards? Go back if you don't. Pretty clear. You paying attention? Are you listening? The heart of sky. The heart of sky is the love force that made all creation possible. This same force is present when you create with originality. When you bring formlessness to form or inspired ideas to expression. This primal force does not know good or bad. It is up to us to provide the clear intention that will guide it to manifest. The heart of sky helps us call in beauty from the invisible world and birth it in the world of matter. The heart of sky brings you a sacred reminder. You are a channel for the original energy of creation. Become the paintbrush, the canvas, and the artist, all guided by the heart of sky. Set your intentions ethically and clearly, and allow the universe to take care of the details. You may feel responsible for everything and everyone. Perhaps you think you have to do it all alone. This takes you into a dark hole where you lose trust in the natural order of the cosmos. Shed your lofty sense of duty and recognize that this is a false prison of your own making. You can open the door and set yourself free in an instant. Alright, so this up here is the message from God, universe, co-creation. If you want to be atheist scientist, this is unified field of quantum physics, collective consciousness, or agnostic, whatever. That's a scientific connection there. Also, it's hermetic as above, so below. The heart of sky is pretty much the love of God, allowing you to freely choose, free will, okay, to create as you see fit. With Shanghai fragmented, understanding that, whatever you may have created from the path you've chosen, left and right, turning around, whatever, through the labyrinth of life, it's all good because, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. That's resting, dreaming, seeing your connections, the higher self, future self, the most ideal self you can imagine, being raw, real, rare, raw, real you, authentic you. Okay? The hour has passed, the most magical hour of all. Time is linear. A moment can be forever, potentially, right? Or last forever in your minds or your experiences or your connection with God, whatever, all that good, beautiful stuff. So, there you go. And that was your reading, Sagittarius, for November. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.